A few years ago, I picked up this book. I read a couple of pages and then stopped. Not because I hated it, but because I just didn't continue. It sat there untouched. But a few weeks ago, I picked it up again, and this time it felt different. The book felt like it belonged to the stage I'm in right now, and almost as if it was waiting for me. The book is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It is often also called a 12-week journey, a creative recovery program for anyone who wants to reconnect with their inner artist. The fact that this is not like most of the self-help books and it is more like a 12-week course for you to reignite the artist within is what intrigued me the most. That's why I decided to read this book, and it felt like the perfect time to read this book. And so I decided to take on this journey. More importantly, I'm going to document it, and the reason for this is not to prove anything, like prove any theory or prove if Julia Cameron was right or if this works or if this doesn't work. Yes, there will be things that will work. Probably some things won't work for me. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just stepping into it. The intention with which I am doing this is to see how much I can grow, to see how much I can improve my creative journey and myself as an artist, and moreover to learn and unlearn so many things which will be a part of this. So here it begins. So I just came back from artist date week 1. Before I tell you about what all I did or where I went, I just wanted to give you context and tell what an artist date actually is. According to Julia Cameron, the creator of Artist's Way, an artist date is a block of time, perhaps 2 hours weekly, especially set aside and committed to nurturing your creative consciousness, your inner artist. So in simple words, an artist date is basically a weekly solo adventure that you do to feed your inner creative child, okay? And the purpose of this is to be playful, to listen to your inner child, and to do something without being influenced by the outside world, to keep the artist within you happy, not just alive. Now, since this is my first artist date, I took it very easy and simple because I didn't want to go too big. I didn't want to try to go somewhere so very far away and just go out of my comfort zone and all that, because first of all, I'm not a very extroverted or outdoorsy person. I'm a homebody. I like to be home. I like to do my things and just paint all day or chill, So I didn't want to go very far, especially because this was my first artist date. I took it quite simple. So I went to a local stationery shop that I usually go to. But in my defense, this still counts, okay? Because one, I went alone, and that is the point. This is a non-negotiable. If you're going on an artist date, you should go alone. I checked off that. Secondly, you have to go to a place you like. That is the whole point. You're trying to feed your inner creative child. If that has to happen, you have to go to a place that will make you happy. And I did that. Stationery shop is that place for me. I think it is for a lot of us. Thirdly,
you should... What is the third one?
And the third thing is you should listen to your inner artist, which also I did, which you'll come to know later on. So since all of these are checked off, I am definitely considering this an artist date. And since it is my first artist date, a very successful one, I'm really happy with the way it went. So now I'll tell you what I got and why I got them.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so for week 1 of artist date, I purchased 3 things and I'm already very excited actually. So the first product or the first thing I purchased were these printouts. I won't show it to you guys, but these are 3 pages of A4 size sheet, and I have different pictures printed out. And the point of this is that I have this habit where I do scrapbooking kind of a journal spread. There are some important days, right? You would have, for example, I don't know, it can be different for everyone, but there will be some important days which will be something I would want to cherish. There will always be in my Google Photos. That is not the point, but I just want to put them on paper. I like to have everything physically documented. So what I do is, this is my journal. I take out those pictures, I cut them out, and I do like a scrapbooking. I'll put a reference from Pinterest somewhere here. I can clearly see that I'm not good at explaining this, but I'll just put a picture or something by taking it from Pinterest. You have no idea how much happiness that gives me. By the end of it, I'll be like,
Oh my god, this is such a beautiful spread.
so this is worth doing. This makes me very happy. And the second thing I purchased is this brush. You can never have enough brushes, like how these fashion influencers tell you can never have enough makeup products. Brushes and paints are like that for me. You can never have enough brushes. If you're an artist, you'll know. You always want more brushes. Okay, so the third thing I purchased is the product I'm most excited about. It is this clay. It is basically super light clay. I didn't even know what they called this. I was just
Like Uncle Adkodi anta.
because I've seen this so much on Instagram and Pinterest. Even my cousin had actually once sent this reel and she was like, we should try this together. Basically, there's an image from Pinterest and people try to recreate that with somebody, like their friend or their cousin, their partner or somebody. And it's not like you should like try to recreate something from Pinterest only. You can also create something on your own, and you basically create figures as you would do with any clay. I'm very excited to like use this, like try to make something off of it. Even if it doesn't come out well, that is not the point. The point is it need not be perfect.
It did not come like some aesthetic Pinterest user did it.
The point is to have fun. The point is to do something that will make you happy, that will get your hands full of clay, that will make you feel like, oh my god, it looks so funny. That is the point, So yeah, I'm really excited to like use this and try this out. And this is definitely the highlight of week 1 artist date. So, how was week 1? Honestly, I feel like it was pretty good because it feels like a good start to this whole 12-week creative journey. First of all, this week, morning pages was a win. I wrote morning pages every single day throughout the week. I did not miss even a single day. I was quite consistent with it. But I won't talk much about morning pages yet because I feel like I've only tried it for a week. So I can't really talk about how impactful it is or how powerful it is yet. So I'll try it for a few more weeks and I'll definitely talk in detail about morning pages by probably the end of this course or after a few weeks. But talking about this week, I was consistent with morning pages, so that is a win. And secondly, it is the artist date. This week's artist date was quite simple and it was easy. But I think for me, it was the perfect start to this 12-week artist date thing. And in fact, the artist date this week was very playful and it gave me that sense of spark that Julia Cameron talks about when we listen to the inner child. So artist date was also a win this week, I would say. Now, talking about the tasks of the week, there were 10 tasks this week. I think there will be 10 of them every week, but I finished all 10 of them for this week. And one in particular actually brought up a lot of emotions in me, and I was also recording myself while I was working on these questions/tasks, so that helped me open up a lot more. Like, that is just what works for me. Try to see what works for you so that your answers and your results are honest. So overall, week 1 was a good beginning. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too heavy, but it was smooth, it was good. And I'm actually excited to see how this goes from here. Also, before I end this video, I want to tell that if you're interested, you can also be a part of this journey, in the sense that go buy this book and we can do these 12 weeks creative journey together. If you're interested, you can do that so that we can share insights, we can communicate, and we can just tag along and be there for each other throughout this journey. And hopefully it helps us in igniting/reigniting our creative selves. But if you're not interested, that is completely fine as well. Maybe one day you can try it, because I definitely recommend trying this for all of you, artists or non-artists. In fact, all of you are artists, so I definitely recommend this to all of you. But if not right now, that is completely fine. I'm just glad you're a part of my journey and you're supporting me. So that is all for today's video. So far so good. Let's see how the coming weeks will be, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.